Just know that we know what they're going to do. Well, we don't know exactly what they're going to do, but we know their style of play. We know when their players are going to bowl and the potential batting orders and things like that. So it makes it a little bit easier to prepare when you've played them so close. But the same thing happens for them. They're going to obviously see us, straight after playing them as well. They'll come in with some confidence. Obviously, they beat us in the last match. So, we need to start well. Hopefully get a few early wickets if we're bowling first, get off to a good positive start if we're batting first, and then go from there. Thank you.
You'd like keep the IPL to have the impact play going forward?
I mean, batting can be very fickle, especially at the top of the order. It's a tough game. We play. Good evening. Hello, how are you? Good, thanks. How are you?
Game, from what we saw, Moeen Ali was under ball, just 1 over. And you have this rings break in between. From supporter point of view, do you... But this particular situation, ball was under ball or something, how do you convey?
Well, I don't convey because I'm the batting coach and I try and steer clear of the ball. No, we have lots of but Ruturaj is the man in the middle, and so he makes the decisions on what he feels best. And I think generally speaking, he's been doing a fantastic job. So it comes down to lots of different things: who's batting in the middle, what the conditions are like, and then generally speaking, I think Ruturaj has got it pretty much right. So we'll see moving forward. He might bowl more overs, he might bowl less. I don't know, but I don't get involved too much with the decisions about who bowls where.
Like, not often you see Dhoni doing that behind the wicket, so what do you make of that?
Well, yeah, I wish I could say, I was the one that taught him that shot, and he, but that would be lying. No, I mean, he's just in a wonderful place in his career. He's at a place where he's comfortable, he's happy, he's enjoying his cricket. I mean, he's practiced and prepared really well coming into the tournament. And of course, bowlers are coming up with different plans against him because he's been probably the greatest finisher of all time, and so they need to come up with different ideas. And so that's one of the wonderful things about MS. He'll continue to evolve and continue, even at this stage of his career, to make himself better and make it harder for the bowlers to bowl to him.
Mike, what kind of conversation you're having with Rachin Ravindra? I mean, he's had a very good start, then he struggled, so he had an incredible year before this as well. And also, just one more on what do you make of the impact player role? How from batting perspective, do you like keep the IPL to have the impact play going forward?
I'll start with the first one, I guess. Rachin, he's going well. I mean, batting can be very fickle, especially at the top of the order. If you get onto a bit of a roll, you can keep it rolling. But unfortunately, he's missed out a couple of times. But he's still in a good place mentally. His game looks in good working order. And I guess my message to him has been he's just one innings closer to that big score is coming. So yeah, I mean, he's still in a positive frame of mind. He's batting well in the net, so we're hopeful that there's a big score very soon. And yeah, I'm sure he'll enjoy that, and then it'll be great for the team to get us off to that good start. As far as the impact play, yeah, it's been really fun to watch. I mean, it's pretty scary from the bowling point of view, especially if the conditions are good for batting, because the batting orders are lengthened, and so the batsmen have more freedom to come out and continue to go hard, really. So it must be a great spectacle for the crowd to keep seeing these scores growing all the time, and it probably puts a bigger emphasis on execution with the ball. It can be really difficult at times for the bowlers, but we've certainly put a big focus on death bowling in particular, and feel as though death bowling is going to be really important in this tournament, particularly with the impact players. So, I mean, it is the rules at the moment. I've been hearing some of the commentary of people that are in favour and not in favour. I mean, I think from a entertainment and spectator point of view, it's been really good. And from a cricket point of view, then I know we can argue that till the cows come home, really, but I still think it's been quite good.
Hi, Mike. Will CSK approach this game as a revenge fixture to the loss in the previous match against Lucknow?
No, not really. I mean, every game's a tough game. I mean, we played them in their conditions, which they know pretty well. I thought we put in a decent fight. We just probably were a little bit behind in the game all the way through. But they're a very good team. They have been a very good team for a number of years now. So we know we're going to have to play our best cricket here. I think the bonus for us is that we know these conditions well, and we've got that extra player, that yellow army in the crowd, and they certainly support the team so well, and they certainly lift and motivate the players. So let's hope that extra player we have in the stands will help us get over the line tomorrow night.
Basically, I'm from Bangladesh. That's why I would like to know how much you're satisfied about Mustafizur performance. Next 3 match in home venue. What your expectation from Mustafiz, their bowling performance?
Yeah, I mean, he's been fantastic for us. Obviously got off to a great start, taking a lot of wickets. As I mentioned earlier, we've put a big focus on death bowling, and that's one of his great skills. Bowling with Patharana at the death has really given us a big advantage in matches. You know, he's got that wonderful slower ball, which is really hard to hit, particularly in conditions here in Chennai. Yeah, he's been a fantastic addition to the team. We'll be sad when he goes, but obviously his country's calling, and but yeah, we want to keep him for as long as we can, and yeah, we've been delighted with his output so far.
Mike, one person who could trouble you tomorrow again is KL Rahul.
Yes.
How are you planning on stopping him, and what makes him so special?
Yeah, well, he's a great player. I mean, you know, he's been a fantastic player for a long period of time. He's very difficult to bowl to because he plays great shots all around the ground. He seems like he's in a really good mindset at the moment as well, so he looks confident, and he's playing some good cricket. So that makes him very dangerous. And I think he's also got the ability to go on and play that big innings. He can score 80 plus, and if you've got a player in your batting order that can score 80 plus, then you're going to be in most games. So yeah, I guess if we can get the ball moving early, that would be a big bonus for us. You know, to both him and Quinton de Kock. You know, that was one of our problems in the last match. We couldn't break that opening partnership until very late. So I'm sure a focus will be to try and get that new ball moving. Any batsman, whether you're KL Rahul or anyone else, anyone can be vulnerable against the moving ball. So hopefully we can find some swing and seam movement early, and hope he makes a mistake. But no, he's a very fine player, and it's a difficult one because I enjoy watching him bat, but I don't want to watch him bat for too long tomorrow. I'm not concerned about Ratchin, no. I feel, you know, working with him, he's batting well in the nets, he's taking care of his preparation, he's in a good mindset. Sometimes you just need a little bit of luck to go your way. So the change in the batting order came around. Ajinkya was sort of just carrying a little niggle, and so we wanted to try and use his skills and talents in the power play for as long as possible. So that's why he went up to open the batting, and Ruturaj went down to number 3. But he's pretty much back to full strength now, so I'm not exactly sure which way they're going to go, whether they'll flip them again, but we'll wait and see the team balance sort of tomorrow. But no, I don't know. We haven't made any final decisions on the team moving forward, and particularly with the batting order either.
Mike, next 8 days, 3 games at home. Do you see as this the most decisive phase of the competition where you can really know, because it's been a kind of a start-stop campaign for you. So how crucial is this 1 week playing at home against Sunrisers, also a team that's been really on the money so far this year?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, of course, it's going to be very important. You know, the closer you get to the back end of the tournament, the wins become really important. I mean, any time of the tournament, wins are important. We've got off to a pretty good start, but we've got a good record at home, and that's what we want to try and keep intact. If we can play well in the next 3 matches, then it gives us a great chance. But it's also dangerous for us to think it's just going to happen, and it's dangerous for us to think too far ahead as well. I mean, all our focus and attention needs to be on tomorrow night against LSG. That's all we can focus on at the moment. Try and take care of business in that game, and then we'll look forward to the next one after that. If you start thinking, oh yeah, we'll win the next 3 matches and we'll be on this stuff, then you're taking your mind on what's not important. And what's most important to us is to prepare well for this game against LSG, try and win this match, and then after that, then we can look ahead to the next one. So I guess the short answer is we're not looking too far ahead, but obviously it's important stage of the tournament. Yeah.
So having played LSG recently and having had a first-hand experience of how they like to operate the season, does it in somewhat make it better to welcome them home right after defeated them?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we've had a good close look at them in their home conditions, so they've got a very good team. But it does help us, I guess, know that we know what they're going to do. Well, we don't know exactly what they're going to do, but we know their style of play. We know when their players are going to bowl and the potential batting orders and things like that. So it makes it a little bit easier to prepare when you've played them so close. But the same thing happens for them. They're going to obviously see us, straight after playing them as well. They'll come in with some confidence. Obviously, they beat us in the last match. So, yeah, we need to start well. Hopefully get a few early wickets if we're bowling first, get off to a good positive start if we're batting first, and then go from there. Thank you.
You'd like keep the IPL to have the impact like going forward?
I mean, batting can be very fickle, especially at the top of the order. It's a tough game. I mean, we played them in their conditions, which they know pretty well. I thought we put in a decent fight. We just probably